Hey everybody, it's me, Corrie Sommers. Today I am here with Tremaine at State Farm Insurance, and we're going to be talking about homeowners insurance. So be sure to stay tuned. Go ahead and click the subscribe button on my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and we'll be right back. So again, today I'm here with Tremaine at State Farm Insurance, and we're just going to kind of jump right into State Farm. Everyone's kind of heard of State Farm,
right.
Car insurance, etc. But really today we're talking about this in relation to homeowners. So
correct.
People that own a home, people buying a home, for the most part, if you're getting a loan, you are required to get homeowners insurance. What exactly is homeowners insurance?
Well, I'm glad that you asked me that question, Corrie. We wouldn't be here, you know. Basically, homeowners insurance is very simple. It's just insurance that covers your home and the contents that's in your home. Okay. All right, and then also it protects you, so the liability aspect of it. So if you was having a party or hosting something in your home and somebody falls and wants to sue you, your homeowner's insurance will cover that for you. So.
All right, so you're throwing a party, they walked upstairs to use the bathroom, had a couple drinks, they slipped and fell, they claim that there was something on the stairs, so they're suing you because it's your fault, right? Because
Right, because they're clumsy.
Right. So this would cover that lawsuit?
Yes. So if I don't have to pay anything out of pocket, so State Farm got me, Okay. And we have good lawyers and good representation to protect us that way, so if that person was on some bull, we have the right representation to have our back. So,
well, I mean, it's sad to say there's definitely a component today where someone would maliciously stage something like that on the hopes of making money. I mean, we hear about things like that all the time.
Especially in the state of California, everyone is sue happy in the state of California.
Well, there's that, but then every so many years we hear of some little ring of people that cause whether it's accidents on the freeway just to sue insurance companies, and this is how they're making their money. So it's really good to be protected. But when it comes to the homeowners insurance, what are the big things that make State Farm different than other carriers?
One thing that I love about our homeowners insurance and how it works, I love the fact that we replace everything at replacement cost as opposed to cash value. So a lot of you guys probably don't know what that means. So basically, pretty much, if something was to happen to your home, say if your home was to burn down, State Farm will replace that replacement cost, meaning we will fix that home at the amount of money it costs to replace it is how much we would do it for.
So somebody, random accident, you're at home, their car goes out of control, maybe they were drunk, maybe whatever, and they plow through your house and it causes an explosion, and the car catches on fire and the house burns down because it took too long for the fire department to get there.
This sounds like a Fast and Furious movie.
Right, okay, so Fast and Furious literally happened to your house, and so your house burns down. Right. And so what you're saying is that's special about State Farm is you guys will pay the cost to rebuild that home today as new.
Exactly.
And that's important because there's a big difference. I mean, if you purchased your home 15 years ago and let's say it cost $1 million, but today it would cost 1.5 to build, that's a $500,000 difference that if State Farm wasn't covering, the homeowner would have to pay for.
Correct. And that's pretty much basically how the difference with replacement costs and cash value, actually. So that's what makes it good. A lot of companies only do cash value. State Farm, replacement costs. So that's the best we have the best interest in our clients when it comes to that.
Yeah,
so
I think that's pretty powerful because you don't want to be stuck with now having to take a loan to rebuild your home and all of that. Right.
Because as we all know, people get homes and they rebuild and invest more money into the home. So you want to be able to replace it at whatever you've maybe have invested in the past or whatever, instead of what it was worth then at the time.
So let's say, kind of given that scenario, the Fast and the Furious has happened at your home, and so while the home is destroyed and it's going to take some time to rebuild,
correct.
What does State Farm do as the insurance carrier for the homeowner now? So what happens next?
Well, one thing I love about us, and I'm glad that you asked that as well, is our loss of use policy. So our loss of use, if you have to maybe stay somewhere else while your home is being repaired, we will cover you for up to 2 years. And we will, pay for you to stay somewhere for up to 2 years. And there's no max. So we will pay whatever it is a month. Whatever you need, we will pay that a month for your living expenses for up to 2 years. And a lot of companies don't do that. Usually it's 1 year. And usually other companies will have a max. They will cap out on what they will give you a month. State Farm don't. So if you need to stay somewhere and it's $5,000 a month, we will pay that $5,000 a month. If it's $10,000, we will pay that $10,000 a month. So
that's really interesting. So if someone initially was in a hotel because where else are you going to go? Your house just burnt down. So they're at a hotel, and let's say they struggle to find a place to live, or let's say the house was in Encino, but they work over at Cedar Sinai, so now they're like, well, let's just rent in Beverly Hills.
Right.
It will cover whether they're in a hotel or a home rental.
Right. So you don't have to worry about staying at the Motel 6. If you want to stay at the Four Seasons, we got you.
Okay. Well, that's pretty powerful because, that's a traumatic situation if something happened to your home and struck by lightning, a plane fell out of the sky, whatever, but something happens to your home, you're displaced, and the last thing you want to be thinking about is the cost of all of that. So I think that's pretty powerful.
And also, you kind of want to still live similar to the standards that you were living prior to you losing, access to your home. So
exactly. Yeah. Well, those are some great things. Is there anything that you can think of to share that people should look for when they're getting their homeowners insurance, or maybe you've had your homeowners insurance policy for a number of years and you haven't really reviewed it, and so someone comes to you and says, hey, I've had this policy for 5 years, do I need to add something to it?
I mean, there's different endorsements you can add, like a personal articles policy. They call it a PAP, where if you have different articles like expensive jewelry or paintings or fur coats or expensive alcohol, things of that nature, you can actually cover those separately, because State Farm already covered those to a certain expense. But if you have, like, for example, say we covered $2,500 in jewelry, but if you have jewelry that's worth more, you can add the personal articles policy and it will cover whatever you want to schedule, to be covered.
So that's really important in the case that your engagement ring is $150,000 and not $2,500, or even if...
There's nothing wrong with a $2,500 engagement ring, by the way.
No. But just even from the perspective of a lot of people invest in art, and because art appreciates, unlike buying a vehicle that depreciates. So if you have a lot of art or some expensive pieces, having that really covered and getting that extra coverage, that I would say that's totally important.
Yeah, and it just makes everybody, makes you feel more comfortable knowing that you are protected and covered, so. Okay. Yes.
And I'm assuming you guys also have the basics, earthquake insurance, fire insurance. Are those add-ons, or? Earthquake
is definitely one of the additional endorsements that you can add on.
Okay.
Yes. So, and I recommend that, especially in the state of California. Yeah. And we have some great rates when it comes to earthquake.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, Tremaine, I really want to thank you for taking the time with me today to talk about some of the differences in State Farm when it comes to homeowners insurance.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, so just lastly, guys, if you are shopping for homeowners insurance, or maybe you haven't had your policy evaluated in a while and you want to compare State Farm to whatever company you've used in the past, I'm going to have Tremaine's information below so that you can reach out and contact him, let him know that you saw this video, ask any questions, and if you have some comments or there's something that you'd like to see more information on, just comment below and we'll be sure to maybe regroup again sometime in the future and go a little deeper.
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Of course, again, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do so, but also click that bell for the updates. Important information every week. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
All right.
So again, I'm here with Tremaine, and he is with Allstate Insurance. Now, the reason we're talking today... I did it again.
State Farm.
Stay back!